Welcome to Promote Profit Publish. I'm your host, Juliette Clark, and today is one of our live trainings. And we went a little bit all over the place. So stay tuned because there's a little fraud alert at the end as well. So, in today's episode, if you want to see the actual video, because we did screen share, I encourage you to watch this over on YouTube instead of listening to it in podcast form, or you can listen, and if it applies, go on over to YouTube and check it out. Our YouTube channel is Super Brand Publishing over there, and hopefully you're subscribed, and if you're not, go subscribe. So here's what we're covering today. We have guest Julie Loken, and Julie is an attorney, which you'll hear at the end because she tells me actually how to word this so I don't get myself in trouble. But we cover Mighty Networks. Julie has a very robust following over there, and it's not only a community, but they have a paid community. So it could be an idea for a lot of you guys to build a paid community over there. I know a lot of people are complaining about Facebook these days, so Mighty Networks might be a great way to go. Julie also shares a little bit about Meetup, and Meetup has become a more robust online place to have meetings since COVID. Used to be you had to have the meetings in person, then they went hybrid, and now they have a new format, so might be worth checking out again if you used to be on it before. And then we jump into a little bit about Chat GPT. We didn't do any screen sharing on that topic, but we are all testing it and really like what we're seeing. And here's the thing, it's free right now. So I've shared on there, I've been paying $100 a month for Jasper, and I just canceled Jasper because ChatGPT is doing what Jasper used to do for me. And then at the end, we have a little fraud alert. We had something happen with one of our clients, and we want to share it, especially if you've self-published a book before, because I think that's where they're getting their leads. So thanks for stopping by today, and stay tuned. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our monthly live training. I'm super excited. We had a lot of tech, so I'm going to have to upload it later. I feel so bad. Tech is awful. Do you guys agree? Tech is awful, except for Daniel. Daniel's good at tech. So we'll get it fixed next month. So this month's guest is Julie Loken. And she's going to talk to us. We're actually going to talk a little bit, if we have time, about Chat GPT, but she's going to talk to us about Mighty Networks. And Julie has a really robust system that she uses this to build community. So I'm pretty excited about this because I think people, I don't know about you, Julie, but I'm fed up with Facebook communities. They are not effective. You can't get people to pay. And what you're doing is fantastic because you actually have a pay portal that you do this with. So I'll let you take it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and I think you can screen share. I think I got you sharing.
You gave me the power, Juliette. So thank you. The power. I'm so happy to just talk about something I'm very passionate about, which is building community. And like Juliette said, Facebook is not always the best place to build a community, especially if you want to monetize, especially if you want to own the content, especially if you want to be in charge. Because I've had friends who have lost their Facebook accounts, Instagram accounts, and they're like, what do I do? What do I do now? That's why I started thinking about this. What can you do to build a community outside of social media? And I did a lot of research, and I found Mighty Networks. Mighty Networks is a great platform to build a community. It is a hybrid between an Instagram, a TikTok, a Facebook, a blog, a place to have your events, a place to monetize, a place to brand your look, brand your book. If you're an expert in something, people want to hear it. So I'm going to take a little bit of a dive into Mighty Networks. And if you guys want to ask questions, because I know sometimes I can go on tangents. And I want to say also, Mighty Networks is a great place to establish a community that does thrive, and also Meetup. And Meetup is like the forgotten little hero of building groups and communities and little events that you can monetize as well. Between my meetups and my Mighty Networks, I have about over 1,000 members. So you have the ability to share your voice, do what you want to do with a captive audience. So let's just take a dive into the Mighty Network. So this is what my welcome page looks like. It's just a little, it's nothing fancy. You have to kind of fill out a template, but you can kind of see that it's introduction. You can choose a plan. You can not charge people, and we didn't charge people for quite some time. But then I'm like, you can't do everything for free your whole life as an entrepreneur, author, whatever, creative. So this is what it looks like. I can embed a little video. It looks like that. You can just spell out why people need you. Why do people need to learn from you? And just a little, I'm going to just scroll through here because I don't want to detract from the message here. And I have a little freebie on here, winning at the SEO game. So it's just kind of a freebie just to see a little taste of what you can get if you join. A video of one of my interviews with the hump. Oh, sorry, just scream because I can't see.
Okay, so I have a question. So your opt-in that you put there, does that go into a list on Mighty Networks, or does that actually go into your email list?
This doesn't. Now, the package that I have is the community plan for the MediaCasters, and it's like the budget plan, so it doesn't have to be very expensive. I'm going to say it's about $30 a month to do this. And that's where they kind of get you, that you're not going to get the email list. However, that's why I use meetups. But I've gotten many of their emails. You can ask them when they come in, what's your email? I want to send you something. You can bounce it off to your website if you have opt-ins on your website. And I'll show you the inside in just a second. So putting in little stuff to get people's interest. And here, down here, I have made 4 packages. So the PR package, the media, if you want to join, it's $9.99 a month. So that is the paywall right there, TEDx coaching. And right here, the gold package, which is like a coaching light package. So you're going to feel like you have a coach, a support system, as well as be part of our community. So this is just what it looks like.
So Julie, those pay packages that you have on there, are they hosted there, or are they hosted on another site?
Well, it's a package, what do I offer? It's mostly like coaching and, do you need a press release? Do you need, help with your branding? And, we include 2 press releases, public relations strategy plan. So we kind of do that outside of the actual community. And then you can buy and pay on here. And, it's a good value for people. Seriously, like just think about the value that you're giving to potential clients, customers, a community. And, you can have different tiers as well that are different price points. So the $9.99 you get into the MediaCasters, and I will show you what it looks like once you come in here. So we have 404 members right now in our community. And this is the one thing that they don't give you at the community level, but I've found ways to get their emails. So I'm not doing this for nothing. So it kind of looks like a Facebook, right? I write articles, I write blogs, because I do want to provide value to the community. I can put videos. We have office hours every week on Thursdays. So we have an events tab in which you can schedule events. This is a paid event. It's a Pitch Perfect Media workshop. You can pitch podcasters. You can pitch some media. You're going to learn how to make a media or press kit. And while I'm on the lower level, it can take you exactly to my website where you can sign up. So I'll just show you this really fast. So it just bounces to my website, and then I have the opt-in there, and I'll get their emails and that sort of thing.
Nice.
So it can work in tandem with your website. So you can have events. You can do, hang on, I'm going to go home. You can do lives. Like I could do a live video right now if I wanted to. You can add polls. You can add pictures, GIFs, blogs. There are teams here of people with different interests. Are you interested in writing? Are you interested in getting sponsors? Are you interested in learning more about marketing? Do you want to be a guest or find a guest? one for the newbies. And then again, I have links here. I have a link to our book. I have a link to my website so you can interplay everything that you have. So this is just a nice way to build your authority in whatever you do. And there's a discovery page. So you can see the top members, you can see all the featured articles, the different spaces we have, and events. So it's a nice hybrid. Questions from my students here.
Yeah, yes. And I'm sure you'll have more when, because at the end, I want to have people get a hold of you if they want to know more. So over on the left-hand side, you have MediaCaster freebies and get the Audiocaster's book.
Yeah.
Does that link take you to Amazon? Does it take you to your website? There you go. That's what. So you can put links that'll lead people off the site into things that you want to purchase or other things.
Yes. And people love free things. Like people love free things. So I try to give as much free advice, free knowledge, because they'll always come to you, you know, and you're really you've written a book, so you are establishing yourself as an authority in whatever you've written about. But this takes it one step further. And the beauty is when like these people start becoming communicative and supporters and champions behind the scenes, and you don't have to do anything. That is the best part. So it's been just so lovely to meet all these people, really doing the office hours every week. And generally I put it under events and then just connect your Zoom link and it will go directly to your Zoom link. That is the biggest success, is really the office hours that I hold and being consistent with it.
Can I ask you on this? So what I love about this is that I know a lot of people want to do membership sites, and membership sites can be a little bit complicated to build when they're on your website. This makes it super easy. It sounds like, yeah.
It took a while to build it and brand it and make it look the way it does, because you do want to have a certain brand, and you're super brand, Juliet. So you know, like the power of branding yourself. And the colors, they give you options. It's very easy. Payments, insights, you can get analytics, general settings, the features. I mean, there's like a lot of different things you can do. So I have I'll show you my plan. It's $33 a month. So it's a big jump to $99 a month. And I've figured out how to get around it. It's if you want those integrations with MailChimp, Zapier, that sort of thing. And if you want to do live classes here, but you can figure your way around it, because it is a big price difference.
Yeah, it is. And we're just talking basically links. That's all you did was use links to lead them off. So yeah. And chances are for the online courses, you know, they're saying build them here, $99 a month. You know, I think you can do the lowest plan on Teachable for much less if you didn't have a place to house them. So that might be a consideration for that, is using links.
You can just do links. I mean, that's super easy. If you don't want to pocket out, you know, $99 a month, the $33 is perfectly fine. And my partner was always like, let's upgrade. I'm like, but I think we can do it just the same, you know, pretty much the same at the $33 mark. So
yeah. And even with Teachable, I probably shouldn't mention this, you guys, but even with Teachable, I didn't want to do their reserve where they take more money and they hold it and all that. So I built, when I had them over there, I built over there, and then I used a discount code so that my people could pay through my accounting system, and my discount code, I'd pay $1 for my course and get them signed up. So there are ways around all of these systems.
And to be honest, like the onus was because I was on Kajabi, and Kajabi is amazing if you know how to use it, right? And I spent 6 months, I don't even know, trying to do all these evergreen courses, and it never really launched. And I spent a lot of money, it was like $200 a month for Kajabi or something crazy. And I just never could really harness it. So this is why I really love Mighty Networks, because it is flexible. You can be creative. You can build your community fairly easily. And I've had no complaints really with it, to be honest. And go ahead. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I was going to say, we have author traffic school now, and our evergreen courses, most of the time we use them for one-on-one. We don't even log people in. We just take the materials from
Hmm.
it, incorporate it into our one-on-one coaching.
I love that. I love, love, love that. And so the meetups, I have 683 members. Meetups is amazing, and people forget about meetups. And I use meetups as a funnel into the media casters, which is great. And I have this integrated with MailChimp, so I get everybody's emails. I mean, you probably can see everyone's emails on here for the most part. And having these events, like, so I have the pro, and to be honest, it's you have to pay money to make money. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, but I really love the algorithms on here. They throw people every day. I'm getting new people joining my groups. Like I have Secrets of Podcasting. There's 34 people signed up, and the fun part is I don't know any of these people. So I have like a whole new bunch of people that are eager to learn what I can teach about. And if they like you, that's great. You're building trust. And it's just been very amazing. I have a writing one, a podcasting one, and a business leadership. So I have three Mighty Networks. Because if you don't have a Mighty Network, I mean, a meetup, you need to get a meetup because it's crazy. Just
Yeah.
algorithms.
Yeah. We used to actually have a meetup when I first moved to Utah. I had one here and I had one in Arizona. I used to drive down to Phoenix once a month and do that there and meet people. So it was fun. I did that until it snowed here. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not driving to Arizona in the snow or even downtown.
You can do
So
them online. Just do them online. I mean,
are
but
you
the
co-
way Meetup brings people to you is crazy. Like I have
yeah.
done nothing. Like 600, almost 700 people. I've done nothing except post events and like brand it because branding's so important.
Yeah, when I first started with the meetups, we couldn't do them online. I think they switched around 2017, 2018 that you could it was like 50-50, and then probably during COVID it all went.
Hmm.
They probably all went that way.
Wow.
So let's jump to something that you and I were talking about before, Chat GPT, because
That's crazy.
I'm a new fan.
It's making my life a lot easier. The stuff I don't want to do, ChatGPT is my smart assistant that I haven't paid $1 to either yet. But
Yeah.
I definitely would upgrade. I just don't know what the differences are yet.
I don't know. I don't either. You guys, I'm gonna direct you to someplace else if you want to play with it. If you go over to YouTube to Scott Carson, We Close Notes, he did a whole episode with an expert on it. And let's
Wow.
just talk about, you were just talking about for free before we jumped on. I talked a little bit about Jasper. I was using Jasper.ai, using it for titles, using it for copy. I wasn't using it very much, and it was $100 a month.
Wow.
Chat GPT does all of the same things for free. Plus, it can give you, I wish I had the screen here. I was showing one of my clients yesterday. We actually put his name in, and I said, tell me about Kevin W. Jones. And so it came back and it like wrote this. I mean, Kevin was sitting there and he was like, wow, this is so impressive. Like, this is what this AI is writing about me. So there are so many uses. And one of them is you can actually write a book using it.
Yes. I don't know if I'd recommend that, but you can, an ebook for sure. Something you're going to
Yeah.
give away for free. I've tested it out with my blogs and I've written one solely by ChatGPT and then by myself. And there's really not a lot of competition. Like I love writing. So I love the art of writing. However,
Mhm.
some like little things like maybe some blogs or social media posts. You can get hashtags. I wrote a partnership contract on ChatGPT. I
Did you
wrote the
really?
Mhm. And my background is in law too, it might, so it looked pretty decent to me. I'm not practicing lawyer right now, but it looked pretty good to me.
Oh, that's so interesting. So let's go back to social media posts because one thing that impressed the heck out of me is I was showing Kevin yesterday. We did a social media
Kevin
post.
W. Jones?
Kevin W. Jones, who's not watching this today, but
Oh,
because he's got something going on. But it was very interesting because it went and grabbed the hashtags for me. Like
Mhm.
I did not, all I said is, create a social media post. And I think I dropped a piece in from a previous blog I had, and
Mhm.
it went through and it did this really nice blog, social media post. And it added hashtags that I was like, whoa, because I always forget the hashtags. To me,
Mhm.
they're just, I'm really bad about it. So which one are you using? Are you using the pro.ai?
What for
Yeah.
ChatGPT? It's the Open AI
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
chat,
Okay.
and it's free. Like I haven't upgraded because I'm like, this is fine for me right now. I also have a friend who was uploading his book to KDP a couple days ago, and we had to make a new cover for it. And I said, let me just try to do the back cover on. And he was like blown away. It was spot on perfect. We didn't have to change one thing. It brought him up. He's kind of like a celebrity, so he's like well known, but he was just blown away. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Wow. So wait a minute. You designed a cover on there, or that was the back cover copy?
The back cover copy, but I did the on the cover launcher on KDP. But like there's some shady publishers out there, right?
Yes, of
And
course.
I'm not
By
going to
the way,
say
full disclosure, we're not one of them. No.
no, they're not. I could tell he had a shady publisher because just looking at the manuscript, looking at the cover, like the ISBN number didn't even look real. The copyright date was wrong. I'm just like, who does this? They missed the acknowledgments. I'm like, Chris, let me just help you with this. Let's upload it to Kate. She wasn't going to even upload it to KDP. And so that's when I'm like, okay, I'm going to help out. So we had to make a new cover. I'm like, let's just try it. Let's use your same picture. And it like looked beautiful. And we put all the copy on the back cover. We used ChatGPT. We did the description, in KDP using ChatGPT. So it comes in handy. And he's like, holy cow. I'm like, you gotta get this, Chris.
Yeah, exactly. While we're on it, I know we're kind of going all over the place here, and Julie has to go. I do want to bring up something about shady
Yeah,
publishers.
there's so many. It drives me
We
crazy.
Yeah, we had a situation, and I want to put everybody on notice who has self-published a book.
Mhm.
We got a request for Dr. Nan Nelson, and she forwarded it to me. And it was a company that said Macmillan had $120,000 advance waiting for her. I actually spoke to the people from Macmillan this
Wow.
morning and sent everything over to them. You guys, it's a scam. It's a literary guy, a literary agent. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to get sued, but it was a company out of California.
Everything's in your opinion, then. It's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
there you go. There you go.
Mhm.
I got the attorney on the line with this. In my opinion.
Mhm.
Um, and so, I actually picked up the phone and talked to this guy who was masquerading as a
Wow.
literary agent, and he wanted a proposal, a query letter. You had to have a website, and he wanted a video trailer. And most of my clients have all those things except for the
Mhm.
query letter. For this particular book, Chris has been working on editing Nan's perinatal book into two different books, one for the layman, one for the other. And so I was talking to this guy on the phone, and I said, well, we can't get it together in 2 to 3 weeks. So the first clue was the offer expired. The second clue
Wow.
was I asked him, when Macmillan told you that they wanted this book, did they want it in its current format, or did they want it restructured? And right away he said current format, which Chris and I knew right away, like, nobody's going to want this book in this current format. No offense to Nan, she's a beautiful writer, but it did need to be split up. Yeah. So I just want to make you guys aware of that. If you they said they worked with 4 different publishers. We got in touch with Macmillan, and Macmillan took all of our stuff from us. They took it because they think that they can probably make a case, because we kept everything and we kept the phone calls. So I just want to make you, because my sense is, my opinion is, since we have the lawyer on the line, that they are just literally going through self-publishing companies like Ex Libris and Author House and all of those, and pulling books and reaching out to the authors. So don't get caught up in the scam. It is a scam, and it's very unfortunate that it's happening. Don't pay the money.
People fall for it, though. You know why it's so easy to be a shady publisher? Because when you're writing a book, especially if you're an entrepreneur writing your first book and you have no idea how to write a book, You're easy to take advantage of. Very
Yeah.
easy.
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to jump in on that one because when I develop books, I get people who come from other developers and the book is terrible.
Mhm.
And that other developer, all they've done is, tell them what they want to hear rather than what's really real that's going to make the book good enough to be a marketable, do the work, set them up as the expert, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then I look like I'm, the bad guy because I'm like, well, I think we need to relook at this. So yeah, the scams are out there.
Mhm.
yeah. And this particular one, I could see if you didn't have a successful book, that this would really stroke your ego. And I
Yeah.
think that's more, what that whole offer is designed for. It's an ego booster. But in the end, we actually went back and we said to this guy, hey, if this is legit, how about you take that $6,000 out of the $120,000 that Macmillan's promised us? And
Mhm.
of course, he just disappeared.
Mhm.
Because that wasn't what
They're
they were.
everywhere.
Yeah, they are. So, Julie, I know you have to go. Thank you so much today for sharing Mighty Networks. Where can we find you? Do you help people with this, or can you help people with this? And where can they find you?
You can Google me, Julie Loken, Lokun. You can email me, Julie at the Mediacasters. I'm on all social media and my website. I mean, you can find me on the Mighty Networks, but you can just look up the Mediacasters and it's pretty easy to find me. So
Very, very good. I see Chris. Chris, your room looks so bare. Chris is moving to Texas.
Yeah.
oh, fun.
Our condo's in escrow and I'm packing. And what you can't see is all the boxes that are stacked over there.
Looks so beautiful if you're packing. I would be like, my hair would be standing straight up. I'd be like bags under
And
my
I
eyes.
know, hair on fire. What do I do? I have so much to do. Well, luckily, Chris doesn't have kids. You have a whole passel of boys, don't
Oh
you?
my God, gosh, yes. 4 boys. Yeah. So 4 boys, 2 dogs, one husband.
I have an 84-year-old, 2-year-old.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard. God bless you.
All right, you guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Julie, thank you.
Thank
Daniel,
you so
thanks.
much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
All
Thank
right,
you, Daniel.
oh, quickly before we go. Next month is a do not miss. We have Tom Hazard from Podetize on
I
here.
love Tom. He's
I know.
awesome.
Who doesn't love Tom?
We're on Podetize. Podetize is
But
awesome.
here's the cool part. They have designed a new product called Showcaster, and he's going to talk about that on there. If you are someone, or if you're an author, coach, or speaker who is frequently on podcasts, but you don't want to have your own podcast, this is a great tool for your media kit because its spiders go out and they create this beautiful place on your media kit page where it brings in the podcast you've been on. It's all branded and people can click if someone's looking to see if you're a legit guest that they would have on your show. All they have to do is click on every podcast and choose and hear you talking about a particular podcast or particular topic on another podcast. So it is a fantastic product. We are in the process of putting it on our own site as well. So tune in. It's going to be April 7th, same time, and he's going to have a lot to say about it.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye. Appreciate you guys.
You too.